So hello guys, what is up? I'm your host Abhishek Chaudhary and welcome to the channel Code with Rapper. In this lecture, we are going to explore the concept of document object model, or you can also say DOM. Guys, DOM stands for document object model. If you want me to give a straightforward answer, then it's an interface that allows the JavaScript code to access and update three things: the content, structure, and styles of the document on the web page. Okay, so the JavaScript code interact with the elements on the web page using this document object model. Okay, uh, it's a summarizing means I give you a summarized answer. So let's dive deep into it. Okay, so why was the document object model required? Okay, let's try to open this web page. Okay, I have opened this inspect element. So when our browser loads a web page, okay, it has HTML, it has CSS, and it shares these things with the JavaScript. Our JavaScript can't understand either the HTML or the CSS because HTML is a markup language and CSS is just a style sheet. Okay, our JavaScript understands the OOPS concept because JavaScript is object oriented programming scripting language. Okay, it follows the OOPS concept, so it cannot understand the HTML, the markup language, or the cascading style sheets. Okay, it follows the classes, means the JavaScript follows the classes, objects, properties, methods. Those are the OOPS concept. So JavaScript understands these concepts. Our browser knows this pain of JavaScript. Okay, that JavaScript cannot utilize the HTML or the CSS. Okay, because it is written in different language for JavaScript, so it is no use for the JavaScript. Okay, that is why the browser creates a hierarchy of objects and shares that object hierarchy to the JavaScript just after the web page is loaded. Okay, and the browser keeps that special object called document on the top of that model. Okay, let me open this whole model of DOM. So if I have created a simple web page like this, which has a paragraph, which has uh, h1 tag, okay, then document object model will be like this. Exclude these two things, and this is the document object model with respect to this code. Okay, so the browser keeps a special object called document on the top of the tree, as it appears parent for all the nodes available on that tree, you can see, and gives us the access of that special object called document. Means when this document object model will be created just after the web page is loaded, the whole document object model will be shared by the browser to the JavaScript. Okay, as you can say, we say it document object model means it has some objects, the hierarchy of objects, and JavaScript can understand objects, not this markup language or the style sheets. That's why this is a special object called document, also called as an entry point. This entry point, as if it is the key to unlock all the doors, because it's an entry point. So if someone will try to access this node, it will have to go through this entry point to all the nodes. Okay, and this document object uh, gives us the power, gives the JavaScript the power to access, manipulate, and give interactive features, and a lot more. Okay. So, guys, this was a brief about the document object model. Okay. So, when we write this code, a document object model will be created like this. Okay. As we know that JavaScript cannot understand markup language, the style sheets. So what happens, when the web page is loaded, when this web page will be loaded, let me open this. Okay. When this web page will be loaded, a document object model for this web page will be created, and it will look like the tree structure, a hierarchical structure, and document will be at the root, and as it is the object hierarchy, it contains the means it follows the OOPS concept. It has the object hierarchy. So JavaScript will be able to access these, means every elements, every nodes here, or elements, or objects. And if JavaScript is able to access these elements now, then JavaScript can be valuable. Then JavaScript has the power to make the web page, make the entire web page interactive. Okay. So that was it, guys. Now, as we can see here, okay, as we can see here, we have this object hierarchy. On the root, there is document, the element, everything what you see here is a node. Okay, because on the top of this document, the browser, the JavaScript has the node. Okay. What is this node? Node is also abstract class from which this document is inherited. Okay, so document is also a node. Okay, and node is inherited from event target. What is event target? Event target is anything. Here you can see on complete document object model, document. You can imagine that document is from means entire screen is your document. Okay, and everything which can produce an event and has or has the listeners somewhere around to listen that event regard to this paragraph maybe. Okay, so it's an event target. So as we see that this is hierarchical structure, and it follows the object hierarchy. So this node is also an event target. Document is also an event target, means you can attach an event to this document also, and these elements on this complete document object model, every node you can say is an event target. Okay, so guys, you know now what is a node. I have written something here. It is inherited from this event target class. Yes, it is. Every object in the DOM hierarchy is a node. Yes. It's just a calling purpose, means it's a node. Okay. A node can be an element node or the attribute node. Okay, the comment node, the document node. Okay, so everything is a node here. Every object you can see here is a node. For each element tag, there is an object inside this document tree, and it provides properties, methods to interact with the element. This representation is called document object model. The global document object gives us the access to access this entire objects. Means if JavaScript wants to access this text node or this element node, JavaScript will follow this line. It will first go to the document, body, element. You can see that's right. JavaScript first try to access this document, means document means the whole screen, you can say document.body, because that paragraph, if I want to access this paragraph, paragraph is inside the body. It's also following the hierarchy, you can see, not first element child. Okay, so the first element child gives you this paragraph. So JavaScript can access this first element child using this hierarchy, document, body, first element child. It's a property. Okay, so this document, if you see, it has a lots of methods. You can create element, you can create a text node, which is here. Okay, we will see those things later, no worries. You can access the element by the id. Okay, let's try to do that. Document.get element by id demo. Okay, let's see what happens. So JavaScript, suppose JavaScript is trying to access this paragraph, then the JavaScript will execute this document.get element by id, and it will pass the id demo, because we have given the id demo here, and tada, JavaScript will be able to access this element. Okay, so yeah, let's try to understand the concept of node here. This is the node, this is a node. Everything you see in this object hierarchy, document object model, is a node. Okay, before going to the node, okay, let's understand this node first. Okay, so every node has this parent child relationships. Okay, because it is following OOPS concept. Okay, so the body is the parent of the element paragraph, and the body is the parent of this h1 element. Okay, and this paragraph and h1 are both siblings. Okay, like the normal relations we have in our family. Okay, so if JavaScript will try to access this one, so the paragraph, then JavaScript will access like this, document.body dot first child. So the first child will give the paragraph. The last child, if document.body dot last child, it will give the h1 tag. Okay, document.body dot last child, the h1. Okay, so this is how JavaScript accesses these elements which is on the HTML, and JavaScript cannot understand these markup languages. That's why when the web page is loaded, the browser provides this document object model to the JavaScript, that hey JavaScript, take this document object model, and now you are able to access these elements and do whatever you want to do. Okay, so this is the node concept. Okay, for this node there is something, when we have a node called element node. For this element, let's see this paragraph. Okay, this has a paragraph tag, p tag. What you see in green tag, green color, is a paragraph element. So this paragraph element is stored in this element node. Okay, the attribute id equals to demo, which is of this paragraph, is stored in the attribute node. Okay, and this text part is stored in the text node. Okay, yes, we can access these things like the JavaScript does. Okay, so how will this JavaScript can access these all these things? document dot body dot first element child dot, let's try to access this element. Okay, we are able to access this element as the JavaScript also do. Okay, so actually we are traversing through this document object one or document object model only. Okay, so we will try to access this attribute. The attribute we saw, id equals to demo. Okay, document dot body dot first element child dot get attribute node and it is id. Okay, so when the JavaScript passes this id, JavaScript is able to access this attribute, what you see here. Okay, so JavaScript is able to access this paragraph element, whole element, the attribute element, okay, the attribute node, and the text node. Let's see how JavaScript access this text node. Okay, using this text content property of this first element child, uh, JavaScript can access this text part of this paragraph also. Okay, so this is how JavaScript is able to uh, traverse through this whole tree. Document dot body, the element. Okay, and through this element, if you type dot text content, you will be able to access this text. So when this web page is loaded and browser sees this element, a paragraph element, okay, what browser will do is it will break this paragraph into three parts: the element part, the attribute part, and the text part. And the browser will store all these three into respective nodes: element node, attribute node, and this text node. Okay, we also have comment node. Let's see. If you write a comment here, this is the syntax to write a comment. When you write a comment, and the browser won't execute that comment. Okay, it is just for the programmer purpose, that the usability of the programmer means yes, I will write a message that I don't want my browser to execute it. Okay, so you write anything in this comment. So this comment is also captured inside a node, and that is comment node. Okay, so yeah, after doing these things, JavaScript provides the node type. Okay, let's see. Document dot body, let me traverse to this paragraph element. First element child dot node type. So it says your first element child, browser says to JavaScript, your first element child, which is this whole paragraph. Okay, whole paragraph, I have given you a node type value which is 1. Okay, means any element which has the node type value 1 is an element node. Okay, you can also direct access this node class. Okay, node class, and you can see this means it has the property also node dot mm, element to node. So it has the same value called 1. Okay, element to node, what is the value? 1. So node also stores these element node value, attribute node, okay, comment node, document node. For this document node, let's see what value it stores. The node 9 means any element which has the value node type value as 9 will be a document node. Okay, so these are the concepts how browser is utilizing, how browser is communicating to this JavaScript. Means whole web page, when it is loaded, it transfers this document object model to the JavaScript, and JavaScript will be able to access whole DOM tree and do whatever it wants to do with the elements. Okay, yeah, those are the concepts, guys. I have written few things here. You can try to read it and understand. A document is also a node. It is inherited from the node class. Node document node is 9. These are the basics, ground level concepts. So if you, it is just for educational purpose. Okay, uh, you won't get to utilize lots of things, but yeah, you need to understand the ground concept of this document object model, why the JavaScript is getting this document object model to play with. Okay, so yeah, thank you guys for um, going through this lecture, and it's an important concept, and we all should know why this JavaScript has this document object model. Okay, in the future lectures, we will try to traverse through these nodes using loops, or we will try to create some elements uh, from this document property only. Okay, so I hope you guys were able to understand these things. So thank you for watching this lecture, and we will meet in the next lecture. Okay, thank you guys.